Did you hear about the mass shooting in Chicago that didn't happen? Chances are you haven't. It doesn't fit at all with the narrative of the liberal media. An Uber driver was sitting in his car by Chicago's Logan Square and was watching crowds of people walk back and forth in front of his car. Out of the blue came Everardo Custodio, firing indiscriminately into the crowd. The driver sprung into action, pulled his firearm, and shot Custodio 3 times, ending the incident and making Custodio the only casualty on the scene. Chicago is notorious for illegal infringement on the Second Amendment. In 2010, the Supreme Court ruled in the case of McDonald versus Chicago that the city's restrictive anti-gun legislation was unconstitutional. The ruling in that case applied the court's earlier ruling on District of Columbia versus Heller to state governments. The Heller case, among other things, permitted self-defense outside of one's home. Time and time again, we see how restrictive anti-gun laws and gun-free zones create unarmed sitting ducks where mass shooters can go in and commit their crimes without any fear of meeting resistance. And every time the lack of a gun permits a mass shooting to occur, we get to hear this from President Obama.
And we have a pattern now of mass shootings in this country that has no parallel anywhere else in the world. And there's some steps we could take, not to eliminate every one of these mass shootings, but to improve the odds that they don't happen as frequently. Common sense gun safety laws, stronger background checks.
This was an incident he won't get to use. The left would have us believe that in mass shootings, a gun is the problem. In the case of the Chicago shooter, a gun was the solution. In light of the recent spike in Islamic attacks here in the United States and around the world, the last thing we should be talking about is more restrictive anti-gun laws. An armed citizenry is important for the protection of the people and their liberty. The value of the Second Amendment has been confirmed. So when Obama talks about his idea of common sense gun legislation, tell him you'd rather follow the wisdom of our founding fathers.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and donate at theraywarnershow.com.